one of my good buddies, Marcel, the other day. We were talking, and he's at capacity. He's like overwhelmed, maxed out. He's got an agency, and he goes, "I'm about to hire a salesperson." I said, "Okay, don't know if that's the right move. Let me ask you a few questions." First question I asked him: "How many sales calls a week are you doing?" 4. Tristan, do you think if you only have 4 sales calls a week that you should hire a full-time salesperson? Probably not, right? Because essentially they're going to come in, they don't have enough pipeline, they're not going to make any money, and then in 3 months, 4 months, if you're lucky, they're going to quit. I literally have seen this happen over and over. That's why I created the replacement ladder. So I kind of worked out. I did the reverse to the replacement ladder because I teach it do it in this order. I just went backwards. So he's like, "I'm going to hire a salesperson." No. Why can't you hire a salesperson? I don't have enough leads to fill up a salesperson's calendar. Okay, that's marketing. So then I asked him, do you have a system for generating leads? He's like, "I don't really, but I know what I'd have to do, but I don't have time to do it." Okay, perfect. Let's go to the next level. What are you doing that's still involved in the fulfillment of the business, or what I call delivery? And he tells me, I go, "Cool." Then that's probably where you got to buy back your time to create the space, to create the marketing, to get your calendar full of sales calls until you're about 12 to 15 calls a week. Then you can hire a full-time salesperson. But let me ask you a first question before that. Do you have an executive assistant? Yes, I do. Perfect. Do they manage 100% of your inbox and your calendar? Well, they kind of manage my email, but I don't get that many emails. I get this all the time. I don't get that many emails. I got a support team. I got this. I go, it's not about how many emails you get. It's the tasks in the emails. Because I consider your inbox a public to-do list of other people's desires on your time from strangers, right? That's all your email is.
It really is.
It's a public to-do list from strangers on your time, your requests. And, I was like, because what happens, when people are like, I don't really have that much need for an executive assistant more than 10 hours a week. I'm like, no, you have 40 hours because you're a person that works 40 hours. You just don't realize that they can do a lot of that stuff for you. Right. So my executive assistant coordinates when I'm doing an investment, right? I run high speed. So I run 2 8-figure companies, SaaS Academy and High Speed Ventures. When I'm looking at deals and there's a deal to be done, like I just did a deal last week, paperwork comes in, my assistant sends it over to my legal team. They review it. There's issues. She schedules a 15-minute call on my calendar. I get on the meeting. They explain to me. I say, go. She's on the call. And then she coordinates the signatures and all that stuff and then gets it signed and we send it back and we do the wire transfers, everything. I literally 15 minutes on a phone call. Once I make a decision, and that's something, and that's why I think executive assistants earn the title executive assistant. People are too quick to say, "Oh, well, I have that." I'm like, no, you have a virtual assistant, you have office manager, you have, an intern, you have a runner, you have whatever. An executive assistant is somebody that is your partner, right? That to me, I've had several over the years because they usually get promoted and start running departments in my life because they see everything, right? I got an executive assistant that's running my customer success team because she saw me and interacted and had so much context by the time, and she understands, really great people can not only manage the time, they manage people, they manage expectations. So I share all that because the time and energy thing, back to the original question, our whole goal in business, and the subtitle of the book is Get Unstuck, Reclaim Your Freedom, and Build Your Empire. The empire part scares people because it's a big word. Yeah. I'm just happy. I'm good. I just want a little business. I get it. I'm not saying it's $100 million company or 250 staff or whatever. All I'm saying is empire. This is what it equals in my life. A life of unlimited creation you never have to retire from. Wow. And I think that's what everybody wants. A life of unlimited creation, meaning that you have an idea, Tristan, and you want to push it forward. There's no oh, now I've got to go do 10 hours of work. You literally just get on a call with somebody and say, here's this crazy idea. Could you go do some stuff? And then next week when we sync up, tell me what you learned. And that's what happens when you start filling up your calendar with only things that add energy to your life and make you an incredible amount of income. Because you should not buy back your time to go watch TikTok videos or go sit on a beach. But people do this all day long. They do it all the time. They hire an assistant. and then they don't fill that time back up. So the buyback loop is audit, transfer, fill. It's audit your calendar for time and energy, transfer it to other people that can do it at a lower cost than you can monetize, and then fill that time up that you've bought back with more of the stuff that you can monetize so you can increase your resources, or go develop new skills, beliefs, or character traits.